Hello, guys. Hi. So today we have a special meeting scheduled with Professor Tanishka. It's kind of hard her name, but it's Indian. I'm just gonna send it to some of my audience to see if they are available to watch this video. Okay. Thank you for coming. How are you? Good. Okay, so today's going to be a little different. We're going to start our live in English. The whole life is going to be in English because we have a special guest, which is a foreign year professor called Tanishka, and she's already live. I'm going to call her to join us. Okay. Okay. Hello, Tanishka. How are you?
Hi, hi. How are you?
I'm great. We know there's a time difference, but you're at evening, right? What time is it for
Yeah.
you?
Hi. Here it is 8:30 p.m. It's night
Good,
here.
good.
How are you?
I'm really good, and I'm excited for today because it's a different live today. We're gonna be
Yeah.
with a foreigner guest, which is you, and normally
Oh,
we're
thank
doing with
you.
all Brazilians, so now it's a different one. Thank you very much for accepting my invitation.
I'm so glad that I got an opportunity to be here live with you because, like people from India and somebody like me who got a chance for the live video and coming across, joining different cultures. As I need to
Mhm.
tell you that in India, today is our Independence Day. So I want
Oh,
to wish
good.
all the Indian audience happy Independence Day.
How nice. And ours is next too. Ours is in 7th of September.
Oh, wow, that's so
Yeah.
good. That's so nice. Wow.
So it's a really nice month for our for both of our countries, right? August and
Yes,
September about independence. Good. And
yes.
also, please, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying it is a very proud moment for both the countries.
Good. Yes, our third countries can be much better if we're trying to join in a special like special subjects like education, culture, idioms, stuff like this. It needs a lot to grow up Brazil and to grow India too. And I think at least people they have, and they are very sympathetic like you. And I'm really glad that we are talking about all of this experience with idioms to help our audience.
Definitely, definitely. I'm really excited, because English is a language where pronunciation, vocabulary, and everything matters a lot. So even in India, there are so many people who really want to focus on the language, who want to improve their skills and vocabulary. So yes.
Yes, in Brazil, we I was checking some data, and I found that in Brazil we have 5% of our population that speaks in English. Do you understand that
Okay.
5% only speaks in English? And
My
from that
God, that is
5%,
yeah.
and that 5%, 1% are fluent.
Okay, all right. So yes, this is a similar case I can find in India as well. So in our culture, what I can think about is that schools and colleges they provide education, right? So but the same system relies over there, and I couldn't find that much of reliability, right? So here in India, English is a subject that we have, but at the same time, the pronunciation, the vocabulary, the use of tenses are missing everywhere.
Yes, in here we have. I thought I don't know how is the education about English in your country, but we have in public and private schools. Everybody has this education from kid, but it's a poorly qualified education. So much of them don't even speak many words in English. They do like hello and bye bye, and that's it. Or even if they do like that, they stay like in a cycle like verb to be and poor vocabulary and vocabulary about subjects in school, and they don't develop like that much because they are all in a traditional methodology of a professor giving a lecture, you know? And how is it in your country?
I just want to, tell everybody. I mean, there are so many youth who get demotivated, who get really, really discouraged by all these things. So please, guys, even if you do not know, do not hesitate. First thing. So there are people who give up on their dreams and aspirations and everything just because they do not know, just because they are really, not good at something. They stop
Mm-hmm.
doing it.
I
So I
I
don't want that. Yes, tell me.
sorry.
No, no,
I know.
yeah.
I know that you give lectures very well, and also
Oh,
that
thank
you.
you.
I saw some on your Instagram that you, I don't know, that you spoke to a very good crowd. And could you tell me about this experience? Because you're too young, right? How old are you? I'm sorry, I didn't ask.
Yeah. So, right from the beginning itself, I think that, when I started learning, I was not an ordinary student that used to follow rules. I wanted to create mine. Okay. So I want to love adventures, and I love that, there should be a competition like debating, extempore, going in different lectures, giving my opinions up, because that's how I am. That's how I'm raised up. So I'm very strong personality to be in that condition. So I completed with my bachelor's in English honors. So there I had subjects like American literature, Australian literature, Indian literature as well. And in masters, I did my masters in American literature as well. So, and
How
within
good.
like, I think, yes, I guess I was 21 when I enrolled for my doctorate. Currently I'm doing my doctorate in American literature in comparative study with French literature. That's a
How
Gothic one.
nice.
Yeah. So I was the youngest to enroll for my PhD.
How nice. Oh
And
my God, I feel much more special now. Thank you very much, Tanishka. We were
no,
just
no,
talking about our love about English and then became all of this, right?
yeah, I so love about the things about you is that first thing, you're very generous. We do not
No,
find people like that, So it's really overwhelming connecting to countries, and giving that special preference is always heartwhelming. It's always overwhelming. And I do not feel like, it's the first time that having a conversation with you and something like that, because it's just a connection that we build up.
yes, I think like two strong women when meet each other, they almost connected like instantly. And then we started talking about and how you're teaching French, right? There's been a
Yeah,
while besides English, I think, right? And
yes.
you also
And
learning Japanese? What is that?
yes, actually, the thing is that I am really fond of, learning languages. So I'm concentrating more upon, for example, I learned French. I cleared my B1 level in French language from Indo-French Embassy. So this is how, the culture brings upon, and the identities come close to each other. And moreover, learning Japanese is really difficult, I tell you, but it is always overwhelming, that to know a
Mhm.
culture, to know that.
Yeah, that I didn't even started to learn. Japanese is something that I have no idea. I think I know a little bit how to count because I did karate, you know? So I know like
Yeah,
eat ni san shi. Something like
Ichini,
this.
Sanchi.
Yeah?
Yes, yes, yeah. You know French,
The
right?
rest I forgot.
Bonjour.
Sorry.
That's okay. C'est super. Je
Sorry?
pense que, I'm saying je pense que c'est meilleur pour moi parce que tu m'as donné cette opportunité. You have given me this opportunity to be live in the video, and I'm really happy. Je suis très heureuse.
Thank you. And no, my French is very bad, so I embarrass myself, I think, with my French next to you. But
No, I'm telling you, no, because why I'm telling you all this, because I completely love the thing that, even if a person speaks one word, I want to encourage. I want to
yes,
encourage
I
every
know.
single soul. I
I
love
know.
that.
I know what you're saying. If you want to be better in a language, you have to speak. You have to try. You're totally true.
Yeah.
Uh,
Even if you make a mistake, that's okay.
You're perfect right. Yeah, I always tell my students all the time, you have to try. You have to try. If you don't try, it's going to be harder for you and you have to make it easier, right? So as soon as
Yeah,
you
yeah,
talk more, it's going to be better for you.
yeah.
I love languages since it's been a while, but I'm not like graduated in like literature or I don't know, the items. I'm more managing. I'm a
Okay.
hotel manager graduated, and that
Wow. Wow.
yeah, and that started a little bit. My passion about items started with this too, so it's all connected. And oh, there's Sylvia. Sylvia was my letter, the teacher of German, Deutsch.
Yeah, there are so many people, I mean, who have texted. I
Yes.
Yeah,
I
there's
saw
so
some of
many.
your students also were there.
Yes. Hi, Palak, I'm good, and Isa is also good. Hi, Rohit. Thank you so much. Thank you, Deepika ji. Thank you, everyone. Hi,
Thank you
Rohit.
for
There are
coming.
so many, I guess. Yes.
Thank you for coming, guys. So let's start talking about how many languages have you tried to learn?
Okay. So my mother tongue is Hindi. So while I was, grooming up myself, so Hindi is my mother tongue. But I found that, most of the activities, most of the intercultural activities are, related to the countries. Presenting yourself can be done only in an international language, that is English.
Good.
So I chose English as my forte. So I chose that, yes, English could build me up into something that shall feel confident about, that I shall feel, strong about. Because when you know how to converse, you have a command over your language. As you can see a little change in my accent that people admire the most. So, while being an Indian, they do not expect me to be speaking like that. But that is how I created myself. I've never been to a foreign country, but I learn. I learn as much I can.
Good. I think it's beautiful. As I worked a lot in hotels, I used to receive to some Indian people and Asian in general, and their
Yes,
English are very bad. Most of them, right? They have very much, I don't know, like a carry accent, and it's harder for you to understand all the words and stuff. And your English, it's much more clear and kind of like a teacher. You realize a way to speak. Oh, Whitney,
yes.
I'll try to speak a little bit of French, okay, Whitney? Whitney has worked with me.
Okay.
Il travaille en hôtel aussi. Il est de Haïti. Je ne sais pas, c'est Haïti? Comment c'est
Oh,
la...
I think what's that?
Oui, il est de Haïti. Il est né? Bon, pardon,
Je
my
ne sais
French.
pas.
I was trying to say that he's from Haiti.
Isa, c'est très magnifique parce que tu essayes de parler français. C'est très magnifique, c'est super. Je t'adore.
Ah, thank you, so sweet. My French is it's rusty, as I told you. I have to practice more.
It's okay.
Winnie, I'm sorry, I have to practice more my French. I'll try it later, okay? And he worked with me in a hotel in a few years ago. Very good.
Okay. Oh, that's so
And
nice. So my journey then started with masters, and then I started learning French as a language because I loved, the way the culture is, the way they represent. So I wanted to learn French. So I just go for the languages and all, and then I have got an admission in a university, and I cleared, not only cleared, I topped the entrance exam for PhD.
oh,
So
nice.
that's how
That's a
I
very
enrolled.
good.
And the bestest thing that I would be completing with my PhD the next year. So
How
then I will be doctor.
nice. And you're very young. I'm sorry, I think we haven't talked about your age, but it's 23, I guess.
Yeah, I would be turning 24.
You would be 23. Oh my God. Yeah, that's young. I started learning very young too, other languages like you too. I started English very young, and then when I was
Wow.
about to do like FCE, I don't know if you know the Cambridge University
Yes,
certificate.
yes, yes,
I
yes. We know
was
that.
I was
It's
like
one of the
14 or
proficient.
15 years old. Sorry?
I mean, it's a dream, for people to go to Cambridge University.
Yeah. And that test gave me more empowerment, I think, to be able to start giving classes. And I started
Wow.
like very humble, but with 15, to my cousin and some of my friends, and but trying to understand because as my mom was a university teacher, or I
Wow.
would say professor, and my brother also taught English, and he's in doctorship in Italy. He's also here somewhere. Hey, Tor, say hi. And
Hello.
he's a nice guy for you to talk. He knows a little bit about Japanese, but he talks English, French, Italian, Portuguese, and a
Wow.
little bit of
I think
Japanese.
it's even called as a polyglot, right?
Yeah, yeah. The right term is polyglot for all of us. But then,
Yeah.
in when I was 15, I fell in love with French. Also, my mom influenced a lot. She had lived in France before I was born, and then I did
Wow.
French with her. I did my cousin Glady, which must be here also. Me, my brother, and my teacher Bill had great influence in how I teach English. I haven't found him yet while I was giving classes, but I really, really would like to say hi to him and say, "Hey, man, you gave me like a huge inspiration to be a professor or a teacher, I guess." And
Wow. That's so amazing.
yes, and we should talk about it because teachers are not always motivated. They don't know how they market that person for the future. They know in the moment what they are marking, but they don't know how they are strong and how they gave a strong scar in that person to the future. So, but he gave me a really good scar, like the ones that I was inspired to follow. He was a teacher that gave a lot of good enjoyment activities, and he was very worried about what I was liking in that moment, what was my hobbies, and he mixed that with cooking classes and fun song classes, so that's why I think I had so much love with English, and then why I wanted so much French, and in the future why I wanted to learn German, and I did for 3 years. I'm not
I
fluent,
think
and I
that's
feel
the
very
best feeling because being into such culture and always admiring yourself to learn something new is something very fantastic about an individual. But more often there are so many people. I think you must have experiences where people are pulling down. People do not want you to come up.
Mhm.
They always think that boosting somebody else's confidence give you that dignity and power in yourself as well.
Yes, I think
I
empowerment
think
is the most beautiful word in the world nowadays. People
Yes,
must empower others, encourage others to talk about, encourage others to. In Brazil, we have a lot of problems with politics. We have a lot of
right.
embezzlement. The political person are not ethical at all. And I think we need a revolution also, in Brazil. We need a revolution of people, and people were disliking politics because of the politics, the people that were in
I know.
politics.
I
So
completely understand that.
and I think
Because,
Brazilians should participate more. And I'm
yeah,
trying myself to be more political person, but not in the mood to be a politician, but to try to help the politicians that are there. So I think people should be encouraged in the whole world to participate in what is deciding their lives, And what I
yeah,
think it's beautiful is like in 23, I don't think I had the maturity to study that much and to be a difference in the world. Nowadays, I still want to be a difference in the world, but it's kind of a little bit different when you have a family and you
I,
have other
I agree with that.
priorities.
I think that in India it happens the most of it because, there are certain classes of the society which is being given more preference rather than the general one. There are these kind of political dilemmas which is going on in the country that, that makes the other person hampers their growth, which the person who is working hard, who is about to make his or her identity, politics, because of this power, this is unnecessary power, or we without freedom. Nothing.
It has a little bit stopped the internet. Are you okay? Come back. Sorry. It has a little delay. I lost a little bit of the last thing that you spoken.
Okay, I'm just saying that without freedom, if we will not be given freedom and liberty to express ourselves, to express our opinions, to express the way we are, then how can we lead our society? Politics are here to lead us rather than not curb our freedom. That's all I can say.
Yes, I think you're perfectly right. I make my words your words, and I think in the world we might see it in the future as we grow
Yeah,
up. I
sure,
think we still can see that, and
sure.
it might be sooner than we think. I think the pandemic has changed a lot. I don't know how is COVID doing in your country. How is it?
The situation is really worse because there are major parts of India they're suffering a lot because of not proper medical facilities and other things. But our country is trying level best to let the people cure, to provide them some kind of amenities so that they can cure fast. But I think the only solution is the vaccine.
Yes. In Brazil, we have a kind of ugly situation also, like in the United States, we had 100,000 casualties already, more, a little bit more
Okay.
than that. It's a lot. And
Yeah.
we still have no clue about how the virus work, how it can be beaten and stuff like this. So it's scary. I've changed my way of working, more like home working now. And
Okay.
and what about you? Universities are working in India?
No. No, actually, everything like universities are closed. Rest, everything like shops and markets have been open, and the cinema halls are still shut. So I think that it would be the condition till the time that the vaccine should be coming as soon as possible to cure everybody, because like most of the people, they are getting devastated by themselves, sitting inside in a packed room, and and the employment opportunities, I should say, employment opportunities are getting really, really, really less. Just because of this epidemic, hundreds, thousands, lakhs, crores of people have lost their jobs.
Yes. In Brazil, we have two statistics that are very bad. One of them
Yeah.
is that more than 500,000 companies of small kinds of companies has closed down. and it's very. The other one is the unemployment. Like 2 million people are unemployed. It's
Okay,
a high rate for us also. And
my God. I just pray to God that everything becomes very nice very soon.
yes, and yes, you have a lot of compliments, and I think it's true. It's true. She's very good motivational speaker. She has spoken to a lot of people already. Tell us about a little bit about your daily routine as a motivational speaker, also, please.
Okay, so yeah, okay, I want to say that when I wake up, my mom is the one who always motivates and inspires me for being very positive in life. So when I was leading the stairs, I was having so many people who was actually pulling me down by something or the other. You know, when you are young at such an age and you are achieving something, there are a lot many people who discourages you, who wants to pull you down. There's so many. I tell you, I mean, we do not have such an environment where they feel happy to lead somebody. They feel happy to encourage a young person coming up. They don't do that. They're
And I
very few.
especially, I'm sorry, I especially think that because you're a female, you could be also something
Yes,
very that you
true.
have to break a barriers also, right?
So much. I mean, there's always a difficulty everywhere. And if you wanted to go on a fair and, fair path, you have to lead through a lot of obstacles in life. And I
Yes.
always choose to be very fair. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, there's a message. One of the best thing happened in pandemic was had a chance studying under.
How nice, how nice. That's a very good students of yours.
Thank you so much, Sarah. It is so overwhelming. It is so overwhelming. I'm so happy.
I'm happy too. I'm happy for you. I'm really happy that we have such a young mind, which is already on PhD, almost finishing. And I think you must be inspirational to anybody. I hope I be inspirational to somebody also. And then
Yes,
we try.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I tell you one thing. After talking to you, I feel that vibes inside me, the vibes of positivity. One woman supporting the other women. Okay, one woman leading the other women. Although we are from different countries, but the mindset, the connection that you have created with me is something really incredible. I shall admire whole of my life. And whenever you get a chance to come India, I shall be the most, grateful person. Come to India and I shall be there for you.
Thank you very much, Tanishka. I really hope you would like to meet Brazil also. It would like open doors for you to come. I'll try to learn to teach you some Portuguese. I'm kind of bad in
Wow. Can you even
it.
speak some Portuguese? I really want to hear that. Something, anything that you want.
Yes. Tanishka, você seja bem-vinda no Brasil. You are more than welcome in Brazil.
Wow.
Bem-vinda, ok?
Yeah,
Bem-vinda
yeah, definitely.
is welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Riza. It's so overwhelming that, like you made my day a little sparkling, a little more, shining, and I'm really happy. After an exhaustive day, I think that everybody, to my Indian audience, also to my Indian students, she is one of, a motivation to me. If you want to have any clue, anything that you want to ask her, you can DM her as well. Isa, are you open to DMs, direct messages if somebody asks you something?
Yes, yes, it's open. You can be comfortable to talk to me, to ask for help in English or any other way that I might help. I'm open for it. I think we should give more opportunity to other women, like you said. I'm very I don't know, on a culture of girl power. I don't know it has much to do with, but I'm in a generation that it would have a lot of male musicians and male characters, male actors and stuff like this. And I think
Yeah,
when I was growing up, it became
yeah,
like a strong wave of women, like Madonna, and then Spice Girls, and then some pop culture like Lady Gaga and stuff like this.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
a lot of women are coming with this girl power empowerment to women. And I think I was beaten by that when I was young. And probably it beats you too. And then we start thinking about as how can we make women strong our side? How can we make our friends, our mother, our family, the females in our world strong? And I think that's a very, very good subject for us to talk always. I think we I don't know much of India. I love Indian food though, and culinary
Have you tasted
they
Indian food
and
ever, Isa?
everything. Sorry?
Have you tasted Indian food ever?
Yes, I've been to a restaurant in São Paulo who had Indian food, but I also have my brother-in-law stayed in a vacation in India, and he brought to us a season masala, and
Okay,
and my husband is
nice.
a chef, and so
Wow,
he
that's so good.
he did a lot of good stuff with that.
I You come to India and I shall be the best host, I believe. And come to India soon, like maybe after this pandemic, try to come to India and you shall be, admiring all the beauty and all the culture, the food, every single thing. It's really
Nice.
amazing.
It would be really
We have
lovely.
really spicy food. We have really spicy food here.
Yeah, I love spicy food. I really do. I've learned that in my husband's family. I used to eat a little bit of pepper, but now I put pepper in everything. It's like I really like spicy food. And tell me about the beauties of India. I don't know many touristic places that you should visit it when we go to India.
Yeah, like India is one of the beautiful place in its diversity, its culture, its monuments, everything is really beautiful. And especially if I talk about the people in India, they're very generous in major and they help you a lot. If you do not ask for help, also they help you up.
Good. I know they are lovely people. I'm aware of it. And I know you have a lot of nature beauties also, right? Do you live
Yeah,
in
there
which
are.
city? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sorry,
Do you live in
please
which
repeat
city?
again. Yeah,
Which
I
city?
live in Jaipur. I live in Jaipur, which is also being called as Pink City, because here the buildings are constructed in a certain way, which is color. The color is the major city area. The color is pink. So today also, like today's Independence Day, so everywhere the major monuments are being decorated. It is being as lighting. It is getting in a beautiful pace. And if I talk about the major beauties of India, Taj Mahal, Hawa
Yeah.
Mahal, so these are the major things in India that people go and watch that. There's Albert
Mhm.
Hall. There are many things. There's Jantar Mandir, which has been constructed in a certain way that people admire. Tourists go to such places a lot.
I imagine
You got a
Taj Mahal
question,
should
Lisa?
be. Sorry?
You got a question, I guess. It's in, I guess, Portuguese?
Oh my
Spanish?
gosh. I'm sorry. It has. Okay. Ah, yeah, it's my mom. Do you guess? That's my mom. And she's saying in
Oh,
Portuguese, she's saying that my brother is with an Indian girl, which is his colleague in the doctorship, and she and him are in the coast of Italy today. They're in the coast of Italy today. I don't know the city, but she plays tennis with him. She's a very good friend of him. I'm sorry, I forgot her name, but she's from India, and also he's with a Pakistanese guy. Also, they're in a three. They have a little
okay.
trip to I don't know the name of the city, but it's north coast of Italy. I don't know the name of the city. And it's a
Okay.
very beautiful place. He just sent us
Okay.
pictures. And then she's saying, oh, how nice, an Indian girl, like a friend of your brother, too.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sartha, for the motivation. And like you always inspire me a lot. Thank you, guys. I mean, thank you, guys, who are like, available on live Instagram, and you are all motivating me and Isa. So thank you.
Thank you very much, you guys, for watching us. I saw yesterday a motivational polyglot talking about in TEDx. You used to you have lectured in TEDx, right? You have said
Yes, I
something.
can hear.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
And then I saw her. She's called Lydia. I think she's Russian. Oh, my mom's saying the name of the city. The name of the city is Remigio, maybe something like that in Italian, the
Okay.
city they are in. But okay, coming back, Lydia, the Russian girl, she was talking on TEDx about how to learn another language. And she was saying about all the methods people use or the systems people use, but they don't talk about the motivational love of the language, the motivational love
True.
of speaking another language, right? What do you think is one of most effective way of learning? What do you think is best ways of learning languages? Would you give a tip?
Yeah, so I just want to say one thing, that when you love something unconditionally, so you automatically, generate that feelings of empowerment. You see the videos, you automatically grasp something or the other, and it becomes very easy for you. You love the songs, you hear them. But once it is inside you, it automatically develops into something new, that is the language. And when you have this therapy, otherwise, when you force somebody to do that, nothing is possible.
Yes, I think the biggest most motivation somebody can have is that is the love of
Yeah.
a language, is the love of idioms, and that can lead you to speak another language. And she was
Yeah.
telling, if you enjoy the way, because you're gonna have to learn, right? You can
Yeah.
speak fluently just thinking about it and loving just. You have to learn, you have to find your way to learn the vocabulary, to learn the structures, to learn, and you can have it with a teacher or not, but you can do it, right? I don't know if you have
Yeah.
studied with a teacher all those languages, or have you studied a lot by yourself? What do you think? What do
So,
you?
yeah. So I have, had a training beforehand when I have given the examination for A1, A2, and B1. But more often, what I feel is like when I practice the things, I listen to it, I listen to the audience. Some movies, children movies, some animated one, I get a more idea about what the sentiments are. Sometimes I see the video of the country as well to get it more fabricated. So that's how.
Yes, I think what you said are lovely hobbies that can help us to improve, like watching series, watching movies,
Yeah.
music, and I think most of my French or German became from music, became from watching something that I really wanted to learn, right? And also I think English helps us because most of things that you find on the internet and on Netflix are English, right? Nowadays we have
Yes.
some European and stuff like this, but most of them are English. So the chance of you learning English are easier, right? I think it's
Yeah.
nicer or
I guess
easier for you
yes.
to find.
And
Go
more
ahead.
often, what I think, like for example, I do not watch Netflix and all, but I prefer, like for a person like me, I prefer watching fantasies, like movies of children. That makes me inspired because there are some words that you recollect automatically, and that generate like, okay, this is this, because they represent it more often. If you see Harry Potter in other languages, if you see Twilight in other languages, that has a more crisp, I guess. For me, I mean, yes, Netflix is also another way of learning it. It is amazing.
How nice! I have never thought of it. I do love Harry Potter. It was from my generation also. I read it. I watched the movie. I read it in English. It was a really one of the first books I read it in English that it wasn't like teacher giving me, was by my choice. And
Yeah.
I think it helps a lot. And this lady girl also said, it's not a girl, it's a woman, but this lady has said also that she watched Friends in German, so she would learn German. And now, as I love the sitcom Friends, also I was considering watching French and German to improve it. And
Lisa,
then,
can we, sorry to interrupt you just for a second. I can tell you, can we start, talking about the idioms because I have another session to go for?
no, it's fine. You say about your time, okay? We Instagram gives us 59 minutes, so we can finish and also save it. So we have about 90 minutes. If you would like to go all the 90 minutes, okay. If you have an appointment, you can say so, okay? Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's
I
what I
just
was saying.
I have asked you all of my questions. The only thing that I think I didn't ask you is about what do you consider the best way to learn the second language? We have spoken a little bit about it, but as a professor in French, what do you
Okay.
consider about French?
Okay. So first thing, do not hesitate. If you make a mistake, try to improve it by writing. If you write 2 times, 10 times, 5 times, make it fine. Record an audio of yourself to improvise your pronunciation and hear it again. Okay? And hear it from a professional also so that you can get a comparison. Where are you lagging behind?
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you much of the courage. Secondly, try to make small sentences first. Do not try to jump on a movie directly if you're learning because you cannot understand that. It is a foreign language. So what people generally do is 1 day or 2 day, they generally jump on a movie or in a cartoon series to watch it. But you cannot understand it. So try to go simpler and then to basics, then to intermediate, and then it comes across like that.
Perfect. I think it's how I think too. I think you should take steps, small steps, because or else you can be frustrated, right? And that
Yeah,
is
very good.
unmotivated. And you should be motivated to learn a language, and you should see results to learn a language, right?
Yeah.
Good. Let's just say thank you very much, Tanishka, for being all, I don't know, all gracious and cute to enjoy and participate with me. And it was very out of the blue that we know each other, and I really enjoy it. I think we should do this more often. Speak about women, and we
Yeah.
speak about items. And please be comfortable. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I am saying, Isa, there are very less personalities in the world that give me that vibe across me that yes, one can rely on. If I tell my audience that, you can rely on her, this is something coming out of my heart. So, learning a language is not a cup of tea, but at the same time, I should say when one works hard, really hard, there is nothing in this world which is impossible because impossible, the spelling always say that I am possible.
Yes, how beautiful. That's a really nice sentence for us to finish. I think
Yeah,
I'll post it really. Very beautiful sentence. I have never thought about it. In impossible has a possibility for you to do it, whatever you wanted.
yeah,
And that's why you're motivational spoken. You're really good about it. You have thought about how to give me motivation, how to give much of our audience motivation. It's very good to speak with such a young girl and with a beautiful mind and a so strong woman inside.
thank you so much. It is overwhelming, and I am now, I am making a request to you that you shall come to India soon for meeting us and meeting my, coming here, and I would be really overwhelmed if you would be coming India and to see and visit all the places, to taste the Indian cuisines, how it tastes to you. It would be really fantastic for us.
No, it would be my pleasure. I will surely try my best to go to India and talk to you, and then we meet a lot of places that I already love to travel. So it won't be like
Wow.
any bad thing. Would be like a lovely thing to do to meet India. Okay, and very very lovely your invitation. Thank you very much. I'm really grateful for everything, and I'm here. If you need anything, I'm here. I'm through internet, Instagram. If you need anything, I'm here. Okay, count on me.
And again, I would say it was very overwhelming. I'm really happy, content, delighted. I should use all the adjectives that I can to be live with you today because this made my heart a little pound a bit because I could find a mentor in you. I can find a friend in you. I can find, a person that's overwhelming. Thank you. Thank you so much for being there.
Thank you very much. Then we can try to schedule something extra for another time. Thank you very much, Tanishka.
Definitely. Definitely.
And have a nice day. I think it's like the end of the night for you, right?
Yeah, I guess it's yes, it's 9:17 in night.
So have a good night, baby.
Thank you. Bye. Take care. Lots of love, Isa.
Bye bye, Tanishka. Thank you very much for joining us. See you later.
Thank you. See you.
See you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I think you gave us a lot of strength, and this conversation was really motivational for you to learn other idioms. I'm sorry for the Brazilians that they are not that this life was not all in Portuguese, and I hope it helps you to understand in English too. And if you do, I would like to say that in my bio, I have a link to learn English freely. And I also have a course about travel English that's online. You can talk to me or to the consultings. And if you need anything, I'm about to help you. Send me a DM, okay? Thank you very much for being here. Bye bye, guys.